Welcome to episode 6 of Ristretto, short shots, any subject, and part of the Exchange Coffee Podcasting Network, presented by Covoya Specialty Coffee. In this episode, recorded recently on the exhibit floor at SCA in Houston, we're talking about our Grow event happening in Guatemala very soon, May 20 through 23. But we do have a few spots left. And now, here's Mark Inman, whose guests will introduce themselves.
But here I am on the show floor, and we are introducing the Grow panel for Grow Guatemala. Let's introduce ourselves. We'll start with Sam.
Sure. Sam Supsky, marketing manager for Covoya Specialty Coffee, working with our friends at OFI to put together Grow Guatemala.
Byron Holcomb. I work on the OFI side, supporting Covoya, specialty manager for Guatemala.
Hello, everyone. This is Marta from Funcafe and Funcafe, and we've been working very closely with OFI, so I'm excited to be here.
This is the second year for Grow. What should the people expect who are attending that's going to happen this year, or for people that are coming back after the Colombian show, what's going to be different or new or exciting for the show?
This show is going to be focused on sustainability. Primarily, we do a lot with Byron and his team in Guatemala to from like clinics to classrooms and things like that for the local communities. So we'll be kind of stopping there to, meet those guys and see what we're working with.
The Grow is happening in May, and so the harvest activities will basically be over. And so in that case, we've decided to focus on something that we're doing all year round, which is various sustainability projects. And so we do a lot of social sustainability projects with Funcafe as our main implementing partner. With Marta being here today, she can speak to that more closely.
Yeah, so for a few years now, we were working with OFI, with Byron, very closely. And this is very important because OFI has been a outstanding actor of the chain in Guatemala because it goes beyond coffee and the business. It provides and it's giving back to the community that it's providing them with coffee. And this is great. This is something that not everyone is doing, but the way OFI is doing it through us, it's amazing. The community, it's happy, it's well-educated. They are having more access to health services, which are limited in the community where OFI is providing it. So it brings together a lot of people that it's involved with coffee, families, children, parents, workers, suppliers, and the top of it, it's OFI as the business manager, I'm gonna call it right now, because it's like the middleman between the consumer and the producer, right? So it's great. It's bringing together to the whole community, and it's bringing together the value chain, and we are really proud to be part of this change that OFI is doing back in the origin.
Fantastic. So the main event is in Antigua, Guatemala, and then there's a field trip to the Arza community, and that's where a lot of your project work has been happening. You want to talk a bit about the projects, Byron, that you've been doing there?
Sure, absolutely, yeah. So there's kind of two maybe lanes, you could say, of these projects, one of which is the clinic, which is supported in large part by Covoya, and that's actually implemented by Funcafe. And so we have a full-time nurse. She's there 5 days a week. She has open hours for just anybody to come and visit. There's no charge to the community. This year we've been really focusing on malnutrition. So there's a very special community, which everyone will visit, called La Fuente, where there are quite a few cases of stunted growth, malnutrition, where we can step in and support these children in their early years, and so when they're quite young. And the other side is kind of supporting the children and the schools. And so La Fuente in particular has received a lot of support, but other communities as well. And so these often come in the form of coffee kindergartens or coffee kinders, as we call them, which Marta can speak about. Last year we did 26 of them with Funcafe, and she does even more with other partners as well.
Yeah, thankfully this year we had the chance to provide this service or attend more than 2,000 children in our kindergartens in the country. La Fuente was one of the first ones that we inaugurated. Yeah, did I say it correctly? And this program, it's very important to us and also for the producers and OFI because most of their children are already on vacations during the harvest season. So the parents they take them with them, and we don't want any children in the coffee fields because there are many dangers it can be dangerous for them. Like the land is not it's not straight.
It's not flat.
It's not flat. It's not
very
flat.
mountainous. Very mountainous.
Yeah, and there are animals too. So we created the kindergartens and the coffee camps for older children. So they stay here in these schools. They're these temporary schools, learning, playing, receiving meals, nutritious meals, which is a very important part of their development in these early ages. So then their parents can go and do their work with no worries that their children may be in danger because they are taking care. We're taking good care of them. And we have been doing this for the last 3-4 harvests.
5 years now.
5 years now,
Yep.
for the last 5 harvests. So we're happy, and the families are recurrent. So once the family knows that we have these programs, they will come back next year and next year because they know that they can work and they can also get an extra benefit by working for OFI, for example.
And the educational program in Antigua, are there any speakers to note of? Any highlights?
I think the farmer panel is going to be the most exciting. That's where I feel like all the energy was last year. So we're bringing it back. This year we'll have both farmers and roasters, it sounds like, just to, again, talk about their experience and, to your point, how interconnected they are. That's really, it's an immersive experience, trying to get everybody as close as possible because we're all working toward the same goal. So that would be the highlight I would mention. I don't know if you have anything else.
No, just adding on, we have Jeremy Dufour coming. He's our sustainability lead. And what we've been working with Marta and Funcafe is all social, and Jeremy's also an expert on the environmental side. And so really, being able to understand carbon footprint, water footprint, some, environmental activities, which are also, go hand in hand with coffee. It's not just people, there's also watersheds, soil health, everything else that makes the coffee. So he's going to give a presentation as well, which will be very exciting. I think the other thing that I'm very excited about it as well is tasting a full table of coffees and having the carbon footprint on each one.
Oh, wow. Okay, that'll be interesting.
And that'll be, I think, really cool to first have that presentation from Jeremy, understand what you're about to taste, and then taste and look at it as an evaluation character.
Wow. That's actually really cool. I like that. And social stuff at the events, anything that's going to be going on? Is Byron going to be dancing, or is this...
Probably.
I don't know if you want to see that, but I will if I have to.
I think lots of, actually, the Guatemala, we're doing a tasting with some local ingredients from Guatemala. We'll arrive in Guatemala City and then do a little taste tour of, the best of Guatemala fruits, I believe, coffees. Again, just trying to get the most out of Guatemala in the relatively short time that we will be there.
Fantastic. And the dates of this event are what?
May 20 to 23.
May 20 to 23 in Antigua, Guatemala. You can still sign up. There's still seats open?
There are very limited seats open.
Very limited.
But do reach out if you're interested.
Okay, you could do that at Covoya.com.
Covoya.com.
Reach out to anybody on the site that you want to, and we will get you those limited tickets.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Take care.
Amazing.
Bye.
Cheers.
You've been listening to an episode of Ristretto, short shots, any subject, and part of the Exchange Coffee Podcasting Network, presented by Covoya Specialty Coffee and produced by me, Mike Ferguson. Our Ristretto theme music is Espresso Bar by Hans Hofken. You can always reach out with comments, questions, thoughts, and ideas at mike.ferguson@covoya.com. Thanks for listening.
I didn't realize you guys were waiting for me. I thought I was in your way more than anything, so...